Can we talk about something real quick? I'm a little nervous about this topic, not gonna lie. Let me close my blinds. Here's why y'all need to stop watching the news. Okay, so in the 1950s, the CIA started this operation called Operation Mockingbird. They will manipulate the mainstream media in order to change the American people's minds for propaganda purposes. Some journalists were threatened and blackmailed into cooperating with this project. Y'all take a look at this. All these major news networks are controlled and owned by all these big ones. So they have to do what they say. Look at this. Fox News newsmen took Biden's money to push deadly COVID-19 vaccines to its viewers. Everybody's wondering why the vaccine is being pushed out on everything, like food, all of that, free donuts if you get it. Like, it's just too much going on. So CBS, NBC, cable TV, Fox News, all of them, they worked with Biden to push positive information about this vaccine. Almost everybody took money and everybody lied about it. Almost everybody refused to report anything negative about it because they were paid to close their eyes. The news is just based on the opinion of the people who control everything. And everything is one-sided. The media hated this man. Trump said he's gonna make his own social media platform where he's gonna be talking about truth, because he knows about this Operation Mockingbird. So y'all be safe.
This is the truth about the multiverse and if we actually live in one. This could be possible because every decision you make leads to a different outcome, which could be the cause of different realities being formed. And if you're wondering how that's possible, I broke all that down in my butterfly effect video. Believe it or not, there's something that can be a possible gateway to a multiverse. This invention is called CERN. And if you don't know what CERN is, it's a machine that accelerates and collides particles, which causes new elements to form. Which is why people are saying that this new element made a shift in our reality. And we all know that The Simpsons is known for predicting things. Well, in this clip, they predicted this happening too.
A black hole?
It's the preferred term, and most scientists believe that what enters a black hole never comes out. But some think they may be a gateway to other universes.
This can also explain the Mandela effect, which is us remembering things that never happened. For example, we all remember the saying, mirror, mirror on the wall. But what if I told you it never went like that? Go ahead and take a listen.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
We all remember a different version of that, which could have been a different reality. And the Mayan calendar predicted the world ending in 2012, even making a whole movie about it. Well, another theory is that we combine our reality with a different one to make sure it didn't happen. This CERN machine can literally be the future of time travel and who knows what else. Y'all let me know
okay, I just really want to talk about something real quick. Before you say anything, my blinds is closed. I don't know why. Wait, I actually do know why. But for some reason in music videos, I keep seeing checkerboards. Like literally the red curtains and everything is freaking me out. It's becoming very questionable. So I digged a little deep into it, and the checkerboard comes from the Freemason checker floor. Now you may ask, what is Freemasonry? It is a fraternal organization, basically. And most people believe that this organization is what's running the world right now, controlling everything. So when you go away to college, they say, oh, join a fraternity. It'll help you get more places. You'll be able to get more jobs and stuff. And we know that Freemasonry is a fraternal organization. And in fraternities, you have to do rituals. So let's just say the music industry is applied to most of these rituals, because I'm seeing a lot of checkerboards here. So it's just like, does the checkerboards mean that they're associated with a specific society? Because most people who have the checkerboards are rich, famous, and all of that. This is Khloe Kardashian's house right now. So when you see that checkerboard, know that people are affiliated with that fraternity that gives them connections. But it's like, what are you doing to get those connections though? Because you gotta like do certain things. So it's just very much so questioning. I'm just a fellow citizen looking at these things and connecting the dots. Oh, this country. Y'all be safe though.
So y'all heard the third degree parallel line, right? And the importance of number 33. Now look at where this cross is at, right? And here's the eclipse. One happened already and one is coming. Look at where that cross is. Does that not cross around the same area? Is that not a bullseye where that tornado just happened a few months ago that was record breaking? Is that not the area that is currently keep on getting hit by severe weather over and over and over again for months? This isn't a coincidence. I explained this in the video before. My personal opinion is that this is God's target, and obviously we know why. Most importantly, do not forget where we live. Of course, they lied about everything. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Anyways, y'all be good. Hey.
Noah's Ark, if you look at the country of Turkey, over here at the far corner in Turkish on a Turkish map, it says Noah on Gumshi, which means Noah's big boat. This way, 5 kilometers. They got signs, you drive right to it. The Bible says it rested in the 7th month upon the mountains, plural mountains, of Ararat. Right here, Life magazine published the article about the high-altitude spy plane in 1960 that flew over eastern Turkey. And there's a mud and lava flow here coming off the mountains of Ararat. And they noticed this weird teardrop-shaped object in there. So what is that? Nobody thought much about it, but they did a few expeditions there and said, man, this might be Noah's Ark. In 1978, there was an earthquake. That area is very geologically unstable. And either it came up or the ground fell down. We don't know, but the result's the same. It's now sticking up out of the ground about 20 feet. And Ron and others verified that, hey, this is indeed Noah's Ark right there. Radar scans show beams underneath, deck timbers, heavy-duty lumber down in there. It was apparently bolted together with rivets. They knew about iron. Remember we read that in Genesis chapter 4, Tubal Cain, an artificer of brass and iron. I mean, that was way back before the flood. That was Adam's great-grandson. So they find these rivets over there. Apparently, giant rivets were used to bolt the ark together. And it looked like it's made out of 3 layers of wood, plywood. One theory is that gopher wood means plywood, 3 layers laminated. And they cut a section of it off. And sure enough, there are 3 very distinct layers of wood, 4.5 inches thick. That's heavy-duty plywood. So the ark would have landed way up here at Kazan, which, by the way, is Turkish language means village of 8. Why would you name a village of 8? How many people on that boat? 8. Yeah, what do you think? Anyway, it's now way down here, 17 miles away, but there's the village of Kazan, Turkey.
Did you know that the Earth is a lot younger than you think it is? Even though scientists mark it at 4.5 billion years old, it's only roughly about 6,000. And on June 3rd, we only had 1,028 days left until the end of the world. Which, according to this theory, the Bible says it's so. Coming into 2022, we've had one of the craziest years we've ever seen. People suggest once again we're living in the ages of Noah. We're one world governments compared to Babylon, and the fact that in the book of Genesis, there's 7 days in the creation story, and 1,000 years to us is 1 day to God. So we're still in the creation story, and God hasn't perfected us yet. And the Trump, Mar-a-Lago raid, the Epstein client list, and Ellen's ex-girlfriend slamming through the house is all a distraction for the truth of this very timeline, leading right to Revelation, where theory suggests we are now, and we're right in the middle of the Antichrist's 42-month rule.
This is gonna be really hard for me to talk about, so bear with me. It's finna get dark in here. We are gonna talk about the dark history on why jails were created. In 1863, African American slaves were freed. They thought things were great, but they really just got backstabbed. Now, as you know, in 1861 and 1865, the American Civil War happened. During the Civil War, roughly 179,000 black men fought in the Civil War. They fought in the war because they thought America would look out for them, which ultimately made them worried, because now how do we keep these people in control? The government needed a way to create peace. to keep the white people happy, but also take care of the African American citizens that just got freed. Before the 1890s, where they started the Prison Act, jails and prisons tend to look like houses. Some like this. After the American Civil War, the number of U.S. penitentiaries in the South and West spiked. So, who y'all finna put in there? After this, a lot of African Americans were locked up. Their inmates population surpassed 30,000. By 1880s, African Americans became the major inmates. They were backstabbed. You're telling me that they helped fight the war and then they were falsely imprisoned to do more labor? Convicts who were originally slaves dug levees, laid railroad tracks, picked cotton and mined coals for private companies and planters. Mostly false imprisonment or doing more time than they deserved. Innocent man locked up for 37 years. 1944, George Steeny, 14-year-old, electrocuted and he was innocent. We're still living in this dark history, and Joe Biden played a part in it. Your president signed a crime bill that was one of the key contributions to mass incarcerations in 1990s, especially hurting blacks and brown Americans. African Americans, they were never really freed. It just was switched. Black people were never given equality. Let's just clear that up. African Americans have been fighting for decades for equality from the government. Everybody be safe out there.
Did you know that Tom Brady is all of a sudden looking very different after his 11-day absence? Some people suggesting he was cloned. That's just what happens when you sold your soul. Come on, you didn't think that the GOAT didn't sell his soul for those 7 rings? You're mistaken. If the symbolism wasn't enough already, how about the fact that Tom Brady even said his wife practices occult magic? He says she sets up altars with offerings on them, right in the locker at the locker room, before every game. And by making these offerings, you can guarantee the Super Bowl victory. And speaking of Super Bowl, have you noticed what that actually is? How about superb owl? Like this owl, Moloch, the god of child sacrifice. That's down in Bohemian Grove in California. So now that he's had his success and gotten his platform, his conspiracy theory suggests his clone takes over, where they try to use his platform for their agenda. What do you think?
High government officials disclosing extraterrestrials. Haim Eshed.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Haim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria.
If you want to learn more about this and watch other alien disclosures by high government officials, watch my new YouTube video. Link is in the bio.
If giants aren't real, who built this and why?